Good morning, everyone, guys. Let's get started. So, are there anyone who joined newly today to this class? You can raise your hand or you say hi, something.
Good morning, Karthik. Yes, I'm new to this class.
Okay, fine. Any others? Okay, fine. So, in the interest of new joiners, I'll just go through what we have discussed yesterday. So, Vijay, the class have been started yesterday. So, this is actually a course of complete collections and data structures. We just completed a collections a month back. Uh, so I have divided so basically this. I have divided this course into two parts: collections and data structures. So in the collections, because some of the students wants to join only for collections to improve their knowledge. So
Mhm.
under the collections, we just started a month back and then completed on 25th of June. And then
Okay,
yesterday
so
we
this
started the data structures. So I'll just
so
go through
this
it, what we have discussed in the collections and then course content details. Once I complete, if you have a questions, you can ask me.
all right.
So under the collections, we have seen internal implementation of a list, set, map, how to create a custom collection. When I say collections in the sense, I will be not be teaching like array list, allow duplicates, not those, the theory topic we already know. But what happens in the array list add method? What happens in the array list remove method? What happens in the array list get method? I want to create my own array list. Array list is a class, right? So I want to create my own custom array list. How can I do that? So all of those topics I have taught in this one. And what is the difference between array list and vector? Not theoretically, like array list is synchronized, vector is not synchronized. What does it mean that? So I have written a program and I have explained. So copy on write array list, copy and write array set, linked hash map, linked hash set. And then when it comes to a hash map, we also talked about what is the internal implementation of a hash map, like how does the put method work, or what is the logic behind the put method. Okay, and what is the logic in the linked hash map? What is the internal data structure of a hash set? And how to sort the hash map by values, by keys? Why we have to override the hash code and equals method, iterator, list iterator? What is concurrent modification exception? Not the theory, like how does Java identify that concurrent modification exception? Internally, it uses one variable called mod count. What is that? We have gone through that. And post that, we'll discuss about linked list. In the linked list, we'll discuss about how to create a custom linked list. That means we already have a class called linked list in Java, but I want to create my own linked list. We know that in the linked list, each node will contain the address of next node. That means how to insert a node, how to delete a node, how to print a linked list, all those things we discussed in the linked list part. And then these are some hacker rank questions. And stack. And in the stack, basic properties of stack like push, peep, pop. And then we have created a stack custom implementation called how to implement a stack using array, how to implement a stack using linked list, how to implement a stack using queue. And same thing with a queue. So how to, what is a queue, what is a DQ, what is a priority queue, what is a blocking queue, queue implementation using array, linked list, stack. And then trees, basic concepts of trees, like what is a tree, what is a binary tree, what is a binary search tree, in order traversal, pre-order traversal, post-order traversal. And the reason to explain the tree is because tree map and tree set also comes under collection, right? So tree map implements map interface. Tree set implements set interface. Set internally extends collection. So these are also collection objects. So that's the reason. In order to understand tree set and tree map, I taught trees, and then we looked at after completion of trees, we looked at a tree set and tree map. So this is a collection uh, course content that we have completed, which have taken around close to 30 days. Any questions, the new joinees so far? I'll come to the data structures course content little later. But so far, whatever I have covered, have you guys have any doubts? This we already completed. But from yesterday onward, we started looking at the data structures. In data structures, what we are going to look at is time complexity, space complexity, all the sorting techniques like bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort, quick sort, merge sort, heap sort, max heap, min heap, graph, Dynamic programming. I will be explaining the dynamic programming using Fibonacci series problem and coin change problem, and then shortest path algorithm, and then matrix. In the matrix, we have n by n matrix, addition, multiplication, symmetric, printing, transpose, etc. And then there are some patterns uh, to print it. These are all the various patterns. And then there are so many questions I have written. LCM of n numbers. These are the hacker rank questions. We can go and provide the answer there. I'm going to explain all of these questions like what is linear search, what is binary search, square root, comparing to linked list, merge to linked list, cycle detection, open close bracket, min and max elements of binary search tree, leaves of a binary search tree, height of a tree, depth of it, depth of a tree, level order traversal, vertical order traversal, distance between two nodes, left view of a tree, right view of a tree, mirror image of a tree. All this we are going to discuss in the advanced data structures. And this the class timing is morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday to Friday, and this will take close to 50 to 60 days. That means we started on 1st of July, we'll be completing by end of August or first week of September maximum. And the fee for this entire like collections and data structures together 10,000. And if you enroll for 10,000, you will be having a video access up to 1 year. I'll be sharing the notes and whatever the code I have written. Now, some people don't want to join for collections, only want to join for data structures. Then if you enroll for 7,000, you will be getting a on live access. Any questions? Those who joined newly, do you guys have any questions?
Sir, I think that for 4 months also it is the 5,000, right? For data structure.
For live classes, that one.
Okay, there is no recording, right?
Yeah, no recording. I think if you enroll for 7,000, you will be getting a recordings up to 1 year. Total, see, the total cost is 10,000. Collections, some people wanted to join only for collections, right? So the collection fee is 3,000. So the remaining would be the data structure fees, and you'll be getting a recordings. If you don't want recordings and you want to join live classes, only 5,000.
Okay.
Okay, so including collections, it's $10,000, right?
Yes, yes, you will
Oh,
be
sorry,
getting
10,000.
complete 1 year. Yeah. Video access will be there up to 1 year. And since we completed the collections, you will be given with all the recordings immediately whenever you enroll, and you can watch all the recordings. And during that recordings, if you have any questions, you can ask that question in the data structures class itself, at the end of the class or
No.
middle or at the starting of a class,
Sir, I was
when whichever
attending.
is comfortable.
Yes, sir, I was attending your collection class now, who you was completed in the last week.
Okay.
Yes, I paid 3,000, and if I will continue for data structure, then again I need to pay 7,000, right? Instead of
Yes.
5,000.
So that you will get if you pay for 5,000, you will be getting only online access of online. You can join every day, but you don't get recordings. If you want the data structure recording itself, then you need to pay the remaining amount.
Okay, okay.
And that's valid only for 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year. Because we are using a
Mm.
third-party cloud platform and it is not owned by Ashok IT. We pay them based on the user
Mm.
access time and number of users, number of days, and then number of days and number of users.
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you,
It's a
Karthik.
third-party cloud platform called Teachable. Earlier, we used to have Google Drive, but the problem is with the Google Drive is the videos are not getting uploaded immediately, and you don't have a flexibility to choose which class. So, and that's the reason we went for Teachable. Any questions, anything? So this is what overall we have discussed. Yesterday in the class, I have gone through the course content and some questions some people have. I have resolved all of those. That is the only thing that we have discussed in the yesterday class. Now, if you would like, so those who join newly today, if you would like to go through the previous classes, then just go to YouTube. In the YouTube, just type Ashok IT, and then you will get a Ashok IT channel. In the Ashok IT channel, you will go to home but directly, then click on the live section. When you click on the live section, you can see all the previous videos of mine. So I do teach data structures and algorithms, design patterns, Java 8, 9, 11, threads, collections, core Java. So these are the various topics I teach, not at a time, but I take 2 classes per day in the morning. So once the batch is completed, I'll be taking something else. Now, if you would like to watch any of my previous recordings or demo classes to understand something, you can freely watch in the YouTube. So if you look at here, you can see on my screen something called data structures and algorithms, right? So this was 1 month ago, which was in this one we started with the collections. So all these are the collection demo classes till here. 9 classes I have explained about the collections. Now, if you scroll down, I do teach, as I mentioned, Java 9, 8, 9, 11, right? So these are some of the 9 and 11 demo classes. And if you scroll down, these are some Java 8 demo classes. And if still scroll down, so there's a Java linked list free workshop I have taken. And yeah, these are the multi-threading classes that I take previously. So if anybody is interested, you can watch it. Any questions, concerns, or shall we move for today's topic? Vijay, any questions since you joined newly? I'm just asking.
Not really, Karthik. Thanks
Okay.
for the information.
Yep. Okay, now let's get started with the first topic called time complexity and space complexity. Now let's see. Time complexity, the name itself tells the time taken by the program. Okay, now let's see that. Now let me create a new project. So this is a code that we have written for collections, guys. Whatever the code I'll be writing the code in front of you, and I will share the entire code with you guys. Okay, see, these are all the, see, look at here, linked list, custom linked list. We have created a linked list, add before node method, add method, and then toString method, print method, add element at specified location. So all this code I have written in front of the guys. Now let's go and create a new project. Select Java project. So this is 11th data structures batch I'm teaching. So out of 29 batches in Ashok IT, 11 batches, this is 11th batch I'm teaching. Okay. Now let's create a package com.ashokit.sortings. So under these sortings, for each sorting, we are going to write a new class. First, let us look at class time complexity. So example. Now, so time complexity is not only for an algorithm. So any program that you write, you can find out a time complexity. Now, let me write for I equal to 0, I less than n, int n equal to 1000. Okay. Now, sys out. Hello. Now, so by looking at this program, what is the output I will get, guys? What is the output if I run the program?
Almost 10 times.
Hello?
It will display hello.
Yeah, hello will be displayed for 1000 times. Now, I want to know how much time taken by this program. How do I know? So generally, if for example, you're starting at your home and then you're reaching office. Now, how much time taken for your travel? How do you get it?
End time minus start time.
Start time minus end time. It is as simple as that, right? So now can I also get here before calling this logic, what is the start time? After calling, what is the start time? Difference would give me the time taken by the program. Yeah, let's do that. Now in Java 8, so we have, there is some called local date, local time. So in Java 8 local time, there is a class. So this will give me local time dot now. This now method will give the current time, correct? So let me make it as a start time. Okay. Now let me put it as same. I'm calling the end time, correct? Now what do I do? Can I say that the difference between these two will give me the time taken by the program? Yes or no? There is a class called period in Java 8. So there is a method called between. So, okay, let's take instead of period, duration. There is a class called duration. In the see this local date, local time, duration, these are the Java 8. These are introduced in Java 8. In my Java 8 lectures, I have explained about this. Duration between, let's pass the, let us take local date and time. That would be a better, because it will have the date followed by the time. Yeah, start time and end time. Dot get seconds. Okay. Now this will give me the how many seconds it has take for the it has taken to execute. Now let me write sys out. I'm just running this program. If I run this program, can I say it will print time taken by the program? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is printing 0 seconds. That means it is getting completed in a millisecond. So now instead of printing seconds, let me print get nanos. So that means it will print the time in the nanoseconds, correct? Yeah, let's try. See, this is the first time I got this these many nanoseconds. It has taken to execute the program. Am I right? See, first time whenever I'm running the program, this is the time taken by the program. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. But if I run it again, will I get the same number? Am I getting the same number?
No.
No. So second time I got this number. If I do third time, I got some other number. That means every time, did I change anything in the code? No. I'm just executing. That means, can I say that the time taken by the program is not constant always? Logic is not changed, correct? Every time it is giving you the hello output 1,000 times only. But the time taken by the program is getting varied whenever I am executing. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Now, yeah, how does it depend? Because whenever you execute a program, it depends on your operating system, correct? See, if I have why do we prefer 16 GB? For example, if I'm asking you the guys, which one do you prefer? Like 16 GB laptop, 16 GB RAM laptop, or 8 GB RAM laptop?
16.
So the reason, the more RAM you have, it will be a faster, correct? That means
Right.
your fastness of your laptop or system depends on your hardware, right? It can be a RAM or it can be a hard disk, everything, correct? So that means, can I say now, if I give you, say mine is 8 GB laptop. If I give you the program and if you execute, for myself itself, every time the different time is coming. So if you guys execute a program in this program in 16 GB laptop, can I say the time will be less?
Yes.
And if I execute this code in the supercomputer, can I say it executes within not even one nanosecond, right?
Yes.
Agree? So that means whenever I'm talking about a time complexity, time taken by the program in terms of minutes or hours or seconds, is it right approach? Now, if I say that this time taken by this program is 5 minutes, will that be 5 minutes forever? Or it depends on your operating system or system configuration.
System configuration.
So that means telling the time in a minutes or seconds is not the right approach. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is the reason, because see, whenever you are executing a program, the program execution depends on your hardware of your computer. If you have octa-core processor or multi-core processor, then it will be faster. But if you have a single core processor, then it will be a slower, correct? So that means execution of a program depends on your operating system and then the hardware of your computer. So that is the reason we never tell whenever someone is asking about time complexity of this program. You cannot say 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? Because it is varying, right? That is what you can see. If I execute one time, say 2 times, 3 times I have executed, I got the different nanoseconds. That means I cannot say that the time taken by the program is these many nanoseconds. So now I need some general notation. What is that notation is big O. So now do you guys understand why don't we tell the time taken by the program in terms of minutes or seconds or hours? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now that is the reason we go for a common notation called big O. So using the big O, that is nothing but, so the name is big O. So that is nothing but you can write it as a capital O. Okay. So big O of n or big O of n square, right? Let me write it in the OneNote. Okay. So big O of n square. Okay. Big O of n log n, big O of n. These are the different notations that we use to explain the time complexity. Now, how can I derive this now? If I look at this program, what is the time complexity? Is it big O of n or n square or n log n? How? Let's see that now. Now, if my n value is 1000, now how many times this line will execute, guys?
1000.
Is it 1000 or 1001? See, 0 to 1000, it will see when see.
0
Can I
to
say
99.
so 0? It will go inside. 1, it will go inside. Now, when the I value is 999, when the I value is 999 less than 1000, is it true?
Yes.
Then also it will execute. That means including 0 and till 999, how many times the code is executed? 1000 times, correct? And
Yes.
when the value, see, after 999, you will do I plus plus. Then the value of I will become 1000. 1000 less than 1000, the condition fails, but still the condition is evaluated, correct? See, it will not go inside it, but the condition is evaluated. That means, can I say my compiler has executed this line for 1001 times?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Correct? Can I say 1001 times it is executed? Because you are starting with 0, right? Now, for example, instead of, if my n value is, now, this is 1001 times. And how many times this line number 16 is executed?
1000 times.
That is
1000 times. 1000 times. Because, so 0, it will go till 0 to 999, correct? So 999 plus including 0, it will be 1000 times. How many times this line will be executed? Close to 1000 times, correct? Whenever you go inside only, the end bracket will execute. Or for example, instead of system.out.println, you have one more sysout. Okay. How many times this will execute? Again, 1000 times. And instead of sysout, you may have some variable declaration and some logic. Okay. Now you're declaring a variable called I1. So this also will execute 1000 times. Agree? It doesn't matter whether you have 1 line or 2 line or 10 line, whatever the number of lines, all those lines will be executed for 1000 times. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, for example, if I change n value to 2000, then the first line will execute for 2001 times, and then these lines will execute for 2000 times. Now, can I write generic? If n value is 1000, how can I write 1001? Can I say n plus 1? N can be anything, correct?
Right.
Do you guys agree? Yeah. Now, can I write the 1000 as n times? This is also n times. And this is also n times, correct? Yes or no? Now, so look at here now. The time complexity, see, your for loop outer condition is executing for n+1 times. And when the condition is true, it is executing inner lines for n times. Now, what is the summation of all of this? 1 will be 1 in your, if you look, go back to your school mathematics, n, what is the value? 3n, correct? Now, whenever you're talking about a time complexity, are you talking about the time? No, you're telling some mathematical notation only, right? So now, if my n value is something like 10,000 or 1 lakh, if n value is 1 lakh, can I say according to this 1 lakh, this one is a small value, correct? Can I get rid of it? Because I am not talking about exact time, right? So let's get rid of this. What is left over? 3n. Now, what is this 3?
Constant.
Why do you get 3? Because you have internally inside, once the for loop is true, and once the condition in the for loop is true, you are writing 3 lines of code. But if you are writing 4, it will be 4n. If you are writing 5 lines, it will be 5n. That means this is also constant, correct? It all depends on your lines of program. So you can get rid of this. Now, what is the time complexity of this for loop? Big O of n, right? So we think that the time complexity is only for some algorithm. No, you can write a time complexity for normal program as well, right? So can I say this is a normal for loop I have written? Now, what is the time complexity of this? Big O of n. Now let's look at one more method. Now let me write. So I am writing one method called public void m1. I'm writing sysout. That's it. Hi. Now I'm calling from main method. I'm calling the m1 method. Now, what is the time complexity of this m1 method? See, how many times this line will execute?
Big constant 1.
Only one time. So if you have one more line,
2 times.
that means that is also constant, correct?
Right.
So that's the, what's the time complexity of this m1 method? It's a big O of 1. If it's a constant, then you represent it as big O of 1. Now, let us write. Now I have, let us take some, I have for loop inside another for loop. Okay. Now what is the time? Now I will write here something. Let me put array this as 1000. Now let us see. Let us try to calculate what is the time complexity of this. Now, so how many times the outer for loop will execute?
1001.
1001.
Can I say n+1?
Yes, sir.
Because you already understood. So n+1. Okay. Now, for each, for I equal to 0, how many times inner for loop will execute? See, when I equal to 0, see, now let's write here.
0, inner should go 10 times.
N.
I less than 1000, I plus. For j equal to 0, j less than 1000, j plus. I see it does. See, I'm writing a sysout, but it doesn't matter. You can write some other line also. See, can I say this will execute for n+1 times?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, when I equal to 0, here, how many times when I equal to 0, j will execute 0 to 1000, correct? Yes or no? Because see, it's an inner for loop. When I equal to 1, again, j will execute 0 to 1000, correct? Now, can I say that means when I equal to 0, how many times this j is executing? 1000 times. That means instead of 1000, can I say I equal to 0, it is executing n times. I equal to 1, it is executing n times. And I equal to 2 also, it will execute n times. And when I equal to n, it will execute n times. Can I say this inner for loop will execute n into n+1 times? Because you are writing 0, including 0, and this condition also will be executed. So, yeah, whenever you are writing this one, n+1. But for each I value, this inner condition is executing. Can I multiply that? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So once these two conditions are true, this system.out.println will execute how many times? N into n times, because for each I value and j value it will execute. And then this exit loops also will execute. And if you have one more sysout or one more initialization parameter or one more logic, that also will execute n into n times. Now let's see here. First out for loop is n plus 1, and inner will be n into n plus 1, and inner will be n into n and n into n. Now what is this one? How does this look like? n plus 1? N into n plus 1 will be n into n square plus n into n will be n square, n into n will be n square. Now if I sum it, can I say 1 and n 2n and n square 1, 2, 3. Can I say 3n square plus 2n plus 1? Agree? Now,
Yes.
if I take n value as 1 lakh, if I take n value as 1 lakh, because as I mentioned, we are not telling the time, whether it's a 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we are denoting the mathematical notation. So when I say time complexity, you never talk about the time, correct? So you are telling approximately what is the notation, how much time it takes, and how many times the loop might execute worst case. Now, if I take n value as 1 lakh, can I say 1 lakh square it will be, correct? Compared to 1 lakh square, this one here, 2 lakhs plus 1 will be a smaller number. So get rid of this one. Now, the maximum number you can consider is 3n square. Now, why did you get 3? Because you have 3 lines of code. If you have more lines, then you can get this one. So this is a constant, you can get rid of this. So what is the time complexity you got? Big O of n square. What does it mean? For example, if I have, if my n value is 7, so the time complexity of this one will be big O of n square. If n value is 7, how many times the worst case the loop will execute? N square, 7 square, which is nothing but 49 times. So if you have a for loop, I mean, you don't go by for loop. Inside a for loop will never always be n square, guys. It all depends on the condition, correct? For example, if I keep j less than I, will it be n square? No, because when I equal to 0, 0 less than 0, will it execute n plus 1 times? No. It all depends on the, see, generally, some people will go by that for loop, inside a for loop will always be n square. No, you need to evaluate the condition. I will explain some other examples also, like even though you have 2 for loops, why the time complexity will not be n square. Sometimes the time complexity can be root n also, sometimes log n also. We'll come to that later. But the time complexity of these 2 for loops, which is having I equal to I less than n, j less than n, will be n square, big O of n square. Any questions so far? Yeah, go ahead.
By using this notation, we can convert to time or just a notation.
By using this notation, we can
Convert to time. Means how many minutes?
Time you cannot convert. Telling the time is not the right approach, right? That is the reason we came to this notation. If there is a time notation itself is correct, why do you need this notation, right? Because yeah.
Sir, so it will not print after 1001, right? So for example, I++, it will take 999 plus 1 is 1000. So
Yes.
if you put I inside that loop, it will print 99 or 1000 itself.
I did not understand your.
Okay. So it iterates to 0 to 999, right?
Yes. So so that means how many times this line will execute?
This is 1000 line.
So that is nothing but n, correct?
Okay. So I++ means it will take 1000 for next iteration before coming to the validation.
That is the how the logic. Generally, I++ means when I equal to 0, 0 less than 1000. Is it true?
Right, true.
Then it will execute internally, and then it will increment the value. Okay.
Yeah. What about that for out inner for loop?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to tell you. When I equal to 0,
okay,
it executed, correct?
Right, sir.
So when I say that means 0 to 999, it will work, correct?
Right.
So 0 to 999 means how many numbers are there?
1000.
Yeah, 1000, correct? That means what is your n value? What is the n value you have taken?
1000.
1000. So can I, so that means here also it is executed 1000 times. So can I represent, instead of, see, n can be anything. So instead of 1000, can I keep n so far?
Right.
Still you did not understand, or shall I explain again?
No,
Still
I got it. I got it, sir.
Okay.
My
Now,
question is
after
I plus
triple
plus.
nine, yeah, after triple nine less than 1000, the inner condition will execute, correct? After that,
Yes.
I plus plus will become 1000. Now, 1000 less than 1000, will it be fail? Yes. That means it will not go inside it, but this condition is executed for 1000 time also, right? When I value is 1000 also, this condition is evaluated, right?
Okay. I plus plus 1000 means it will not go inside.
Yes, it
It
will not
come
go
to the
inside,
right.
but the condition is evaluated. My
Got it.
question was how many times this condition is evaluated. So when 1000 times it will execute, and then when I value is 1000, it will not go inside. But technically speaking, can I say it has executed n plus 1 times? The compiler is executed this condition n plus 1 times, correct?
Yes, according to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And for each I value, see 0 to 999, it will come inside. What does it mean? N times. Okay. For each I0, how many times this condition will execute? Again, this also will execute for n plus 1 times, correct? So
N plus.
inner for loop will execute n into n plus 1 times.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions, anyone?
Karthik, like by seeing big O of notation, big O of n square, so we can consider like I mean like big O of n square is going to be
Bigger than big O of n.
bigger than,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So if I say what is the less time complexity, big O of 1 will be the less, correct?
Instant
So
time. Yeah.
don't tell in the interview, but when I say big O of n square, I mean, whatever I'm telling now, don't tell the interview. Big O of n square means if the n value is 7, what is the worst time time this loops will execute? How many times? The worst scenario, 49 times.
49. Yes.
Yeah. Now, if I keep a count variable here, int count equal to 0. Now, I will do this count plus plus. Okay. Now,
Okay.
see, here I am not talking about, see, in the time complexity, I am not talking about a time. But what else I can talk about? The number of repetitions of a loop. If the number of repetitions are less, then can I say obviously you are increasing the time, right? Time taken by the program will be improved. Now see here, let's print the count number and see.
Will go forever.
Yeah, let's
No.
comment this.
Let's comment this.
Let us change. I mean, I'm putting small number, guys. 1000 means 1000 multiplied, it will go into 1 lakh times. Let's run this. Yeah. Is it printing?
Good to take a 7 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is easy for us.
Why it is not printing?
It's taking.
Okay. It is printing, but it is okay. Let me comment all of this. It's printing, but it's going. Yeah, look at here.
Yeah,
Worst
no.
case, how many times the loops are executed? 49. But if I have only one for loop, how many times it will execute? Big O of n means 7 times. So which one would be better? 14 execution of a code with 49 times or execution of a code with 7 times? 7 times would be less.
7
correct?
times.
Yeah. So big O of n square is higher time complexity than big O of n. Now, there will be log n also. I'll come to that log n a little later. But I just wanted to give you the introduction of that. Time complexity means not the time taken by the program, because the execution of a program depends on your computer hardware. So telling the time in terms of minutes or seconds is not the right approach. That's the reason they went for big O notation. In the big O notation, how do you execute, and the time complexity is not only for a program, algorithm or sorting techniques. Time complexity can be calculated for any method that you write, any code that you write in Java. Any questions, concerns?
Hello, Karthik.
Yeah.
In the interview, what type of questions they can ask?
They'll give you, they may ask you what is the time, they can give you some program and ask you the time complexity, or they might ask you what merge sort time complexity. How do you merge sort the worst case time complexity is n log n, why? Or bubble sort time complexity is n square. Now, if they give you bubble sort and merge sort, which one would be the better? So like that, they will be asking.
Sir, are you going to use lead code or hacker rank or code forces?
No, not specific website. Whatever the questions I have written, I have shown you guys, right? So so there are some lead codes are there, some hacker rank are there. See,
Okay.
using a website doesn't matter, right? As long as you have the concept. So see, you can just go through this. For example, if you yesterday also have shown compared to linked list, just look at here and you have a program. Will be writing the answer and then we'll run the test cases and see whether it's working or not. And see, these are the questions I'm explaining, but these are the most frequently asked question. Maximum 90% these should be asked, but no one can guarantee that these only will ask, right? There can be some other questions also can be asked, but this course will give you the ability to think about it. If someone is telling you that these are the final questions, that means they are bluffing it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just being honest, guys. So
Right.
even if you give me some 10 lakhs of money and ask me to teach 2 years for data structures, I do teach. But still, after completing 2 years of data structure program solving, also I cannot guarantee that what you have practiced in 2 years will be coming in the interview. So you might forget also, right? See, if you go by question and answers, you might forget the solution also. But look at the concepts and try different solutions, different programs, so that you will get some idea. If new question is also asked in the interview, even you are not able to solve that question also, not a problem. Because interviewers will look at the way of approaching, whether you know the concept or not, how do you approach to the question. That is, I mean, 60% of solution is also fine. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So if no question, then we'll get started with I'll talk about the space complexity in the tomorrow class because it will again, overlap with one another. So let me give you the introduction to a bubble sort. How does the bubble sort is going to work? Yeah.
Just a question. If you can go back to the Eclipse.
Yes.
So for the inner for loop, you had said n into n plus 1, right?
Yes.
I'm just wondering, why is it not n plus 1 into n plus 1?
Okay. Now, whenever you say, okay, you are saying that n plus 1. Why it is not? Let's see.
Yeah.
See here, when I equal to 0, it is entering, correct? When I equal to 1, it will enter. When I equal to 999 also, it will enter. That means the inner for loop is executing how many times? 0 to 999. Agree?
Right.
Yeah. When I equal to 1000, so 1000 less than 1000, will it enter?
No.
No. That means inner for loop is executed for 0 to 999. So can I say 999 is a number and 0 is another number. So if I do it, how many times? Total 1000 times the inner for loop is executed, correct?
Yeah.
So what is 1000? Can I say I have taken the
N.
n as 1000, correct?
Yeah.
So that's the reason I have written n, not n plus 1. Because whenever, when your outer value is n plus 1, it is broken and it is not coming inside it. Even if you keep n plus 1, what is the maximum difference you get? N square plus 2n plus 1, right? That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And so, but we are not worried about the constant values right here. Hope you get it. Why n? Why not n plus 1?
Got it.
Yeah.
Because when n value is 1000, it is broken. It will not come inside. So that means inner for loop is executed only for 0 to 999. So 999 plus 0, the total number is 1000. So what is the n value I have taken? 1000. Can I replace 1000 with n? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now let's quickly look at the algorithm for a bubble sort. We'll convert. So this is a general way of teaching, guys. So first I'll talk about the algorithm, and then we'll write the pseudocode and we'll convert the pseudocode into a executable code little later. Now let us take some numbers. Okay. Now these are the numbers. Now if someone is asking you to sort these numbers, if it is a list, then how do you do? Collection dot sort. Collection dot sort method you will use. Am I right? If I am asking you to sort these numbers, collection.sort method you will use and sort it. Now, what does the collection.sort method internally uses? Merge sort. Okay. So that means, so already whenever you are using a predefined sorting techniques and all, so that means they will be using some of the other techniques. So now we have some different techniques like bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort, quick sort, heap sort, merge sort. We are going to look at all the algorithms and then coding and then when to go for what. Sir, you taught me all this, but when should I go for a bubble sort? When should I go for insertion sort? When should I go for a merge sort? We will see all of those once learning. But what is the algorithm for a bubble sort? Now let's take the first element and compare it with the next element. Now what the bubble sort will do, try to find out a element, higher element, then push it to your right side. Now, so 5 greater than 10, is it true? No. Then let's take this element, compare this with the next. 10 greater than 21, is it true? Or let me take the numbers let us take 41. Okay. 10 greater than 41, is it true? No. 41 greater than 33, is it true?
Yes.
Yeah. Whenever you get this, what does it mean? What is the right position for whenever you are sorting? What does it mean? Low to high, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Now,
we need
what
to
is the right? What is the right position for 41? Do you think? Not here. It might be here or
Yes.
it here and all. We did not compare these elements, but whatever the element that you compared so far, the 41 is in which position? 0, 1, 2 position. And after that 41, you have a 33. What is the right position, do you think? Can I say here? So
33 position.
yes, swap it. Now that means whenever you are finding so compare the each element with the adjacent element. If the higher element is present in the lower index, then swap it. Now 5, 10, 33, 41, 0, 4. Done. Now shall I stop it here? No. Continue till the end of the array. Now what is the next element? 41. 41. What is the next element? 0. 41 greater than 0. Is it true? Yes. That means, what does it mean? If the condition is true, what does it mean? You found a higher element in the lower index, correct? Yeah. Then swap it again. This will come here. This will come here. 5, 10, 33, 0, 41, 4. Right? Now, next. 41 greater than 4. Is it true? Yes. That means again swap. 5, 10, 33, 0, 4, 41. Now, do I have any other elements to compare?
No, sir.
No. That means what do you think? So I have taken one starting from array and I have, so what does the bubble sort is giving you?
The highest number at last index.
Any sorting technique, the highest number will be in a last index. But whenever I'm started comparing in my first iteration, so this is called, can I say this is called one iteration?
Yeah, it should be.
In the first iteration, what happened? Highest number of the array came into the last position. Done. Now, shall I stop it or continue? Yes, you should still continue.
Yes.
Because the remaining array is not sorted. Now again, let's do 5 greater than 10. Is it true? No. Then 10 greater than 33. Is it true? No, don't need to swap. Now 33 greater than 0. Is it true? Yes.
Yes.
Put it here, put it here. 5, 10, 0, 33, 4, 41. Now again, 33 greater than 4. Is it true? Yes. Swap it.
Yes.
5, 10, 0, 4, 33, 41. Now, do I need to compare 33 greater than 41? Not required, because you already compared and then you found that last element will always be bigger than the before one. So you can, even if you compare, not a problem. Now, if you look at here, can I say this is the second iteration, the orange color?
Yes.
In the second iteration, what happened? Second highest element has come back to the last but one position, right? That means, can I say, if I, okay, let's do that again. Now 5 greater than 10. No. 10 greater than 0. Is it true? Yes. Can I say I need to swap?
Sir.
5, 0, 10, 4, 33, 41. Now again, 10 greater than 4. Is it true?
Yes.
Swap. 5, 0, 4, 10, 33, 41. Now look at here. This pink color is third iteration. Now third highest value has come from the last but 3, right? Now next, let us take different color. Now 5 greater than 0, is it true? Yes. So 0, 5, 4, 10, 33, 41. So whenever you are going forward, you don't need to compare these 3, correct? Now 5 greater than 4, yes. So 0, 4, 5, 10, 33, 41. Then this is the fourth iteration. Can you say my array is sorted?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the beauty of bubble sort. Now, when this, don't worry, I will tomorrow I will start with one more example in the class, in the tomorrow demo class. But since I just wanted to give you some overview, I have given. You don't think that I have gone little fast, because tomorrow I will take one more example, I will explain. Now the questions are, where can I use this? Now, if you have 10,000 numbers are given to you and they're asking you 100th highest number, then can I do 100 iterations only? Instead of sorting the 10,000 numbers, what should I do? I will do 100 iterations only. And then after 100 iterations, can I say 100 highest or third highest number? Third highest number they are asking out of 10,000 elements. Then what should I do? Should I sort the entire array of 10,000 elements? I don't need. I just need third highest. Can I say I just do the 3 iterations? After doing the third iteration, what happened? Third maximum value has come into the last but 3 position, right?
Yes.
So that is the beauty when to go for bubble sort. Don't worry, I will explain this bubble sort again in the class, because we are on top of time. So I will explain this bubble sort again in the tomorrow class with one more example, and then we'll write a pseudo code and then convert the pseudo code into a program. And we also see the time complexity of the bubble sort. Any questions?
Sir, we have any course in Ashok IT system design?
No, as of now, I don't teach anything.
Okay.
But there was one course earlier, but I do not know whether it is there or not now.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, the demo classes will be there for next till Friday. Okay, if you are interested, you can enroll. And if you want to enroll anybody, if you make up a mind, you will be getting an email maybe today or tomorrow on the enrollment. Or you can call out, just go to ashokitech.com. You can call on this number. They will let you know how to do the enrollment, where to do the payment, etc.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
So you have that collections as well, right?
Yes.
So if you pay the 10,000, will get collections as well, or just
yes.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
get the collection recording as well.
Okay. If it is 8,000, only this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the collection recordings you will get it, and then you can you will have 1 year access, and you can listen to those all the classes, and you can ask me the questions at any time. So as I mentioned, I teach different things like Java 8, 9, 11 and all. So you can ask the questions in any of my Java classes.
Okay.
There is no particular condition that you have to ask the data structure questions in the only data structure class. No. Any Java related question, I'm happy to answer provided the time. And I also started 9:30 to 10:30 Java 8, 9, 11. If anybody is interested, you can follow that. So that you can find it out here. Java new features 8, 9, 11. I'll just share it in the chat. If anybody is interested to join, please join. So this is at 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. every day. It takes around 30 to 40 days.
So what else you teach in this Ashok IT except these two?
Threads.
Yeah, I saw that I
Multi-threading.
was with Java Fullstack batch.
Okay.
Collections with multi-threading concept. Last year I saw there is batch.
Yeah. So threads also I teach. You can find the threads videos also here. And then I do teach core Java, advanced Java, and design patterns. And on the design patterns, recently we announced one. So something what I meant by that is, so only for 999 we are giving the design patterns. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can look at this poster in the Ashok IT. And if you would like to enroll, you can click on this and enroll. Okay.
How long is this course for, Karthik?
So
The
this
DSA?
DSA, it's around 2 months, close to 2 months, 50 to 60 days. We will be starting yesterday, right? July 1st. Will be completed by end of August, last week of August, or first week of September.
I see. How about that design pattern?
Design patterns is not the live classes, it's a recordings. Around
got it.
40 recordings are there. Actually, the fees was 5,000, but since some of the earlier students and many of the students are asking for less price, so we have kept it for 999. It's only self-learning videos. That is also by me. I taught about creational patterns, structural pattern, behavioral pattern. Like, just go through this course content YouTube link. You will get to know all
Sure.
these details.
The prerequisites for this design pattern?
Sorry?
Prerequisites for
Core Java. Core Java.
just core Java is enough.
Yes.
Okay. Got
I
it.
also write the same code, whatever I'm writing, right? The same. Likewise, I will write the code.
Oh, okay.
Any questions, concerns?
Sir, you'll teach linked list, stack queue. I didn't find stack queue in that syllabus itself. There is tree and DP direct.
No, it is there. Maybe you have missed it. In the collection itself, I do teach. See,
Oh,
linked list.
okay.
Linked list, create addition, deletion, printing. When I say delete, head, middle, or tail, insert, stack. In the stack also, I do teach stack implementation using array, stack implementation using linked list, stack implementation using queue. And the queue also, I do teach DQ, blocking queue, priority queue, queue implementation using linked list, queue implementation using array, queue implementation using stack. All this I already taught as part of collections. Because queue is also a interface extending from collection interface. So it
Collection.
comes under collections, right? Nobody teaches during the collection, but that is the reason I taught all of this as part of the collection itself.
So you will not teach from the scratch building queue, or it's like collections from a predefined method we'll use.
No. Who said? So you can create your own collection. You can create your own array list, right? So that is what I do teach.
Okay.
See, I don't teach the theory. See, look, you can look at linked list. See, custom linked list. See, we have written a code. Okay, now look at your queue. There will be blocking queue. How does the blocking queue will work? See, producer, consumer, I have created some threads. Now queue using array. Look at here. This is a custom queue. Queue using array, the class name. This will work as a queue. Okay, you have a linked list and all, right? So see, queue using stack, and then see custom stack using array, custom stack using internally the linked list. Okay.
Right.
Now let's see, there will be custom array list as well. Yeah, copy and write array list. Yeah, custom array list. So this is a array list, how you want to create on your own. So I do teach all of this. Just listen to the videos, demo class. Don't enroll for the course without listening. You will be having some doubts, right? So just go through this live section. Look at this data structures and algorithm Java 1 of 1 month ago. In this one, I talked about, like all these demo classes, I talked about collections. And you will also get to know how does array list will work. And if you think that it will be helpful, then you can join. Without listening, don't join.
Okay.
Because see, you should know, right, what is covered, etc. Right? Once you look at it, at least you will get some idea. Okay. So
Yes.
no questions. That's all for today, guys. And if you are interested, join the class at 9:30 on Java new features.
How do I sign up for this, Karthik? Like, will somebody reach out to me via
Yes.
email?
So yeah, you will be getting an email from the Ashok IT. How to do the payment? See, I told them not to do immediately because you need to know. See, if first day onwards, if we are asking you to pay, then you need to take some time, right? See, if I'm in your position, I would be taking some time whether this guy is teaching properly or not. Even if you buy a shirt or something, you will trial, right? So that's the main reason. So generally tomorrow you will get an email like this. In this email, they'll be providing you the account number, IFSC code, where you have to do the payment or Google Pay. Once you do the payment, you have to send an email to this Ashok IT payments@gmail.com. And then you will be getting a confirmation email and you will get a call from them. And to, as I mentioned, you have to access the videos, right? How to access the videos and all you will be getting. So in the tomorrow class, I will be talking about this enrollment process as well.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Or if you have more questions, then you can reach out to ashokittech.com, this mobile number, if you're in India.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll do that, Karthik.
Yep. So, any other?
Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.